If I tell you I'm from Nepal, you might ask me if I have climbed Mount Everest. Not really. Not everyone is Nimstai, and as he says,
It's not in the blood, sir. It's not in the blood.
but that does not work for everyone. I was born and raised in a countryside. Growing up, we learned that Sagarmatha is the highest mountain in the world. For my small brain, my small village was the world where I grew up, and I used to think my road to school was a mountain. A heavy bag, a water bottle, lunch and snacks, and walking up in the steep hills every single day while helping my siblings to walk was no less than climbing a Mount Everest for that small feat. I love my beautiful home, but I hated walking as a child. Now I have a fancy walking shoes, but those times we walked for miles in flip-flops. Even today, my distant cousins, they walk a lot. Most of them have no choice. Even if we want to give up, we just can't. And as a child, I prayed for a comfortable life. Our parents made us walk miles to visit temple in the high altitude. Also, sometimes they tricked us by saying we can see the Mount Everest from that hill. Despite all these struggles and countless experiences, I grew up and moved to capital city Kathmandu. No walking anymore, and life was so comfortable. Because of that childhood struggle, I never wanted to walk. I loved city life, dance, party, drove everywhere and never walked. Moved to New Zealand, and after my study, I got a job as a civil engineer, and I had an opportunity to travel around the district. I saw the most beautiful side of the world once again. I started enjoying life in the nature and also started walking, and this was one examples of many I did not enjoy at first.
Tired? Hello? Hello? Himalayan daughter tired?
But I didn't stop walking, be it just for taking pictures or enjoying food. I kept pushing myself to walk, and it took me a while to fall in love with the process of walking again. I kept pushing my partner, who didn't like as much as well. Countless of times I hated it, and I don't know the reasons, but I kept walking to a point where I started feeling like a connection with myself again. I'm sure I'm not the only one who had faced mountains of challenges in life. As a child, we had mountains of rules like study hard, score high, watch TV for less than an hour, and many more. We made it to high school, another mountain. And where do I even start on life after the graduation? That was the biggest mountain.
Walking is hard, but it's worth every second. Oh my goodness, you have no idea. We're so close to home, but it feels like we are so far away. You know? Like people are in such a high distance, but still you can hear their voice. So nice.
My best friends, whom I thought will be forever in my life, suddenly left for jobs after graduation. Some went overseas and I was left alone. One moment there was a big group of friendship circle, and the next day I was out alone. In that day I realized those heavy school bags we used to carry and walk miles were the lightest burden I would ever carry in my life. Walking and climbing these steps became like an air diary to me, telling my untold stories to those who listens and listening to strangers' story. That every steps reminded me how far I have come, and I also learned to embrace everything.
Have an hour to go.
Sometimes I sit down and I look at these mountains and I compare where I come from. Like, I come from a very, very far Himalayan region. It is fascinating. I'm in this beautiful place now and they feel so similar.
Hiking is a feeling. It's more than a view. It's like something I can't express.
Being an immigrant in a new country, you might feel like an outsider and sometimes you question your life decisions. But I understood that if I want to be accepted, I must accept this place as much so that I can feel part of this. These rocks, mountains, trees, I've already been there. I have lived there. I was born there. Nature is similar all around the world, and we do not own nature. So we are divided by territories and countries, but nature is something that belongs to every humanity. And being here, it gave me a sense of belonging. We limit ourselves just to a small house or a country, but out there we have a whole world as our home. And this sky is the largest roof. So that's why I hike, mostly to eat, to feel fit and younger, and it does not hurt to be in your ancestors' home once in a while. So next time you meet any Nepalese, instead of asking, have they climbed Mount Everest, why don't you ask them, Jindagi kasto cha?
I'm not sure what we will achieve after hiking, but I hope when we are both 100 years old and we still be able to hike and eat.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next video.